Welcome, gentle traveler, to the sleepy knowledge, a quiet space where questions drift like stars across a midnight sky. Tonight, you find yourself at the edge of a cosmic mystery where the universe's deepest secrets wait in the hush between. Heartbeats dot here, curiosity is a lantern, and wonder is the path beneath your feet. We are about to wander into the shadows, not to be lost, but to discover how darkness can cradle light, and how the unknown can feel as soft as a lullaby. Imagine, for a moment, that the world you know, the air you breathe, the ground beneath your resting body, the galaxies spinning far above, might all exist within the embrace of something far vaster, something hidden, something quietly powerful. Could it be that we are living inside a black hole? Is the universe itself a secret folded within a shadow? A story written in the language of gravity and time? As you settle in, let your thoughts float gently. Like leaves on a slow-moving river. There is no rush here, no need to solve every riddle. We'll move softly, step by step, letting each chapter open like a flower in the dark. Close your eyes if you wish, and let the questions become your companions. In this gentle journey, may you find comfort in the vastness and peace in the possibility that the universe is holding you quietly, curiously, in the palm of its hand. Settle in wherever you are. Let the world around you soften, the edges of your day blurring into the gentle hush of night. The air is cool and still, and you are safe here, wrapped in the quiet comfort of curiosity. Tonight, we begin a journey, not outward, but inward into the heart of darkness, where the universe keeps some of its most profound secrets. Close your eyes if you wish, and imagine the darkness not as emptiness, but as a velvet ocean, deep and endless. It is not a place to fear, but a place to float, a space where questions can drift and settle like stardust on a silent sea. In this darkness, we are not lost. We are explorers, gently guided by the faintest glimmers of understanding. What is a black hole? The words themselves feel heavy, mysterious, almost magical. Black for the absence of light, hole for the idea of a gap, a missing piece, a place where something has been taken away. But the truth is more subtle, more beautiful. A black hole is not a hole at all, but a region where gravity has become so strong, so insistent, that nothing, not even light, can escape its embrace. Imagine gravity as a gentle hand, holding you to the earth, keeping your feet on the ground, your body anchored to the world. Now imagine that hand growing, stronger, more persistent, until it becomes irresistible. This is the story of a black hole, gravity's quiet power gathered and focused until it becomes a force that shapes the very fabric of reality. Long ago, before anyone had ever spoken the words black hole, people looked up at the night sky and wondered about the darkness between the stars. They saw the Milky Way, a river of light, and wondered what lay beyond its shimmering banks. They saw the moon, the planets, the constellations, and they dreamed of what might be hidden in the spaces where no light reached. In those ancient nights, darkness was a canvas for imagination. It was a place where stories began, where gods and Oz monsters lived, where the unknown waited patiently for discovery. Even now, as we peer deeper into the universe with our telescopes and our questions, the darkness remains a gentle reminder that there is always more to learn, always more to wonder. Let us drift for a moment through the basics. A black hole begins with a star, a giant burning sphere of gas, shining for millions or even billions of years. The star's light is a promise, a beacon in the darkness. But every star has a life, and every life has an end. When a massive star runs out of fuel, it can no longer hold itself up against the pull of its own gravity. The core collapses, falling inward, growing denser and denser, until it becomes something new. A black hole dot. This is not a violent explosion, but a quiet transformation. The star's outer layers may burst outward in a supernova, scattering elements across the cosmos, but at the center, the core shrinks, compresses, and disappears from view. What remains is invisible, but not empty. It is a place where matter and energy are gathered so tightly that the rules of space and time begin to bend. Picture a sheet of fabric stretched tight, like the surface of a drum. Place a marble on the fabric, and it makes a small dip, a gentle curve. This is how gravity works. Every object with mass bends the fabric of space around it. Now, imagine placing something much heavier, a bowling ball, perhaps on the fabric. The dip grows deeper, the curve steeper. If you were to place something unimaginably heavy, the fabric would stretch and stretch until it formed a well so deep that nothing could climb out. This is the metaphor of a black hole, a well in the fabric of space, so deep that even light cannot escape. But the darkness of a black hole is not a void. It is a presence, a place where the universe gathers its secrets. The edge of a black hole is called the event horizon, a boundary, a threshold, a point of no return. Once something crosses this line, it is lost to the outside world, hidden from view, its story continuing in silence. Yet, even as black holes hide, they also reveal. Their gravity shapes the orbits of stars, bends the paths of light, and sends ripples through the fabric of space itself. Astronomers have learned to listen for these whispers, to watch for the subtle signs that a black hole is near. In this way, the darkness becomes a source of knowledge, a place where the universe speaks in a language of gravity and light. As you rest here, floating in the gentle dark, let your mind wander to the edge of a black hole. Imagine standing at the event horizon, looking out at the universe, and then looking inward into the unknown. There is a stillness here, a sense of awe. The laws of physics, so familiar and comforting, begin to shift and blur. Time slows, space stretches, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. It is easy to think of black holes as monsters, devouring everything in their path. But in truth, they are more like gardeners, pruning and shaping the cosmos. They help galaxies grow, stir the gas and dust that forms new stars, and keep the universe in balance. Without black holes, the night sky would be a very different place. Let us pause for a moment and breathe. The darkness is not empty. It is full of possibility, full of stories waiting to be told. In the quiet, you can almost hear the universe whispering, inviting you to listen, to wonder, to dream. The idea of a black hole is both simple and profound. It is a place where gravity wins, where the pull becomes so strong that nothing can escape. But it is also a place where our understanding falters, where the rules we know begin to break down. In this way, black holes are both a destination and a beginning, a place where one story ends and another begins. As you drift deeper into this gentle darkness, you may find that your fear gives way to curiosity. The unknown is not always something to avoid. Sometimes it is a place to rest, to reflect, to imagine what might be possible. The universe is vast, and its secrets are many, but each question is a doorway, each mystery an invitation. Let your thoughts settle, like dust on a quiet floor. The darkness is soft, the silence comforting. You are not alone here. Across the world, others are listening, wondering, dreaming with you. Together, we are explorers, moving gently through the night, guided by the faint glow of understanding. In the heart of darkness, there is always a spark, a glimmer of light, a hint of meaning. Black holes may hide, but they also reveal. They remind us that the universe is not just a place of answers, but a place of questions. A place where wonder is always waiting. As you rest, let the idea of a black hole become a lullaby, a song of gravity and light, of endings and beginnings. The darkness is not a threat, but a promise. It is a place where the universe gathers its strength, where new stories are born. And so, we begin our journey not with fear, but with gentle curiosity. The darkness is deep, but it is also welcoming. In its embrace, we find not emptiness, but possibility. The universe is vast, and we are small, but in the quiet, we are connected to each other, to the stars, to the mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of what we know. Let your breath slow, your thoughts drift. The night is long, but it is also full of wonder. In the gentle descent into darkness, you are safe. You are curious. You are home. Somewhere far away, a star is reaching the end of its life. Its light flickers, then fades, and in the silence that follows, something new is born. The story of a black hole is not just a story of endings, but of beginnings, of transformation, of change, of the quiet power that shapes the universe. As you float in this gentle dark, you may sense the presence of something vast and ancient, something that has watched the stars rise and fall for billions of years. The universe is old, but it is always new, always changing, always inviting us to look a little deeper, to listen a little more closely. The darkness is not a wall, but a window. Through it, we glimpse the beauty of the unknown, the promise of discovery. In the quiet, you can almost hear the heartbeat of the cosmos, steady and strong, guiding you onward. And so, the journey continues, not in haste, but in wonder. The darkness is deep, but it is also gentle. In its embrace, you are free to dream, to question, to imagine what might lie beyond the next horizon. In the hush that follows your gentle descent into darkness, the universe feels both infinite and intimate. The quiet is not empty. It is filled with the memory of ancient fires, the soft echo of beginnings. Here, in this stillness, you sense the first stirrings of a story older than time, a story written in the language of light and gravity, of creation and collapse. Long before the word black hole was ever whispered, the universe was already at work weaving its mysteries. Imagine the cosmos as a vast, silent stage, and on this stage, the first stars are born. They flicker into existence, tiny flames in a sea of night, their light reaching out across the emptiness. Each star is a promise, a beacon, a seed of possibility. The birth of a star is a quiet miracle. Clouds of gas and dust drift through the darkness, drawn together by gravity's patient hand. Slowly, gently, they gather, growing denser and warmer, until at last a spark ignites. Deep within the heart of the cloud, nuclear fusion begins, a process as delicate as it is powerful. Hydrogen atoms, pressed close by gravity, merge to form helium, releasing light and heat in a steady, radiant glow. This is the first act of the cosmic drama, the birth of light from darkness, the transformation of chaos into order. The stars shine, their energy rippling outward, shaping the space around them. They are the architects of galaxies, the forges of elements, the silent witnesses to the unfolding of time. But every star, no matter how bright, carries within it the seeds of its own ending. The same gravity that gathers the star's material, that holds it together and fuels its fire, is also the force that will one day bring it to its knees. For millions, sometimes billions of years, a star burns steadily, balancing the outward push of fusion with the inward pull of gravity. It is a delicate dance, a harmony of forces dot as you rest in this gentle night. Imagine watching a star's life unfold. See it as a living thing, breathing in the darkness, its light a steady heartbeat. Over time, the star changes, growing older, its core growing heavier as it fuses heavier elements. Eventually, the fuel runs low, the balance tips. Gravity, patient and persistent, begins to win. The end of a massive star is both an ending and a beginning. As the core collapses, the outer layers are cast off in a brilliant supernova, a final spectacular burst of light. For a moment, the star outshines its entire galaxy, scattering the elements of life into the cosmos. These elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, will one day become planets, oceans, and even the cells of your own body. But at the heart of the explosion, something remarkable happens. The core, squeezed by gravity, shrinks and shrinks, growing denser and hotter until it becomes something new. If the star is massive enough, the collapse does not stop. A core becomes so dense, so heavy, that it punches a hole in the fabric of space itself. A black hole is born, not with a roar, but with a silence so deep it swallows even light. This is the birth of a cosmic mystery. The black hole is invisible, hidden from view, but its presence is felt. It is a place where the rules of physics begin to blur, where time and space twist and fold. The universe, always creative, has found a way to hide its secrets in plain sight. Imagine, for a moment, the first humans to look up at the night sky. They saw the stars, the moon, the shifting patterns of light, and they wondered what lay beyond. They told stories of gods and monsters, of creation and destruction, trying to make sense of the darkness. They did not know about black holes, but they sensed the presence of something vast and mysterious, something that shaped the world in ways they could not see. As you drift through this chapter, let your mind wander to those ancient nights. Picture yourself beside a quiet fire, listening to the stories of the sky. The darkness is not frightening. It is full of possibility. The stars are not just points of light, but messengers, carrying the secrets of the universe across the ages. The birth of a black hole is not just an event. It is a transformation. It is the moment when a star's story changes, when light becomes shadow, when the known gives way to the unknown. In this way, black holes are not just endings, but beginnings, gateways to new questions, new mysteries, new ways of seeing the world. The universe is patient. It takes its time, letting stars live and die, letting gravity shape and reshape the cosmos. There is no hurry, no rush. Everything unfolds in its own rhythm, like the slow turning of the earth beneath your resting body. In this gentle pace, there is comfort. The universe is not in a hurry, and neither are you. As you breathe in the quiet, you may begin to sense the beauty of this cosmic cycle. Stars are born, they shine, they die, and from their ashes, new stars are born. Black holes are part of this cycle, not as destroyers, but as keepers of secrets, as reminders that every ending is also a beginning. The story of black holes is the story of transformation. It is the story of how the universe takes the ordinary and makes it extraordinary, how it turns light into shadow and shadow into wonder. In the darkness, there is always the promise of something new. Let your thoughts drift like stardust on a gentle breeze. The universe is vast, but it is also close as your own heartbeat. The birth of a black hole is not just a distant event. It is a part of your own story, woven into the fabric of your being. The atoms in your body were forged in the hearts of stars, scattered by supernova, gathered by gravity, and shaped by time. In this way, you are connected to the cosmos, to the cycle of creation and collapse, to the mystery of black holes. The universe is not something separate from you. It is a part of you, and you are a part of it. In the quiet, you can feel this connection, as gentle and persistent as gravity itself. The birth of a black hole is a reminder that the universe is always changing, always becoming. It is a place where the old gives way to the new, where the familiar becomes strange, and the strange becomes beautiful. In the darkness, there is always the promise of light. As you rest, let the story of the stars become a lullaby. The universe is singing, softly, a song of creation and transformation, of endings and beginnings. The darkness is not empty. It is full of stories, full of wonder, full of possibility. And so, the journey continues, deeper into the heart of the Pano. Mystery. The birth of a black hole is not the end of the story, but the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where gravity's gentle hand shapes the cosmos in ways both subtle and profound. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The universe is patient, and so are you. In the quiet, you can almost hear the heartbeat of the stars, steady and strong, guiding you onward. The story of black holes is the story of the cosmos itself, a story of birth and death, of light and death, shadow, of mystery and wonder. In the darkness, there is always the promise of discovery, always the invitation to look a little deeper, to listen a little more closely. As you drift, you may sense the presence of gravity, gentle and persistent, shaping the world around you. It is the force that gathers the stars, that holds the planets in their orbits, that keeps your feet on the ground. Gravity is the quiet architect of the universe, the silent hand that guides the dance of creation and collapse. In the hush of the night, you are not alone. The universe is with you, patient and kind, always inviting you to wonder, to dream, to explore the mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of what you know. In the quiet after the birth of a cosmic mystery, you find yourself drifting in a universe shaped by invisible hands. The story of black holes is, at its heart, the story of gravity, a force so gentle you barely notice it, yet so powerful it binds the cosmos together. As you rest, let your mind float on the currents of this unseen presence, feeling how it cradles you, how it holds everything in its silent embrace. Gravity is the first lullaby you ever knew. Even before you were born, it was there, drawing you toward the earth, anchoring you to the world. It is the reason you feel the weight of your body against the bed, the reason the oceans rise and fall, the reason the moon circles the earth in a slow, eternal dance. Gravity is the quiet companion of every moment, a constant, gentle reminder that you belong to something larger. Imagine, for a moment, the earth spinning in the darkness, held in place by the sun's gravity. The planets, too, are caught in this invisible web, each one tracing its own path, each one singing its own song. The sun, in turn, is bound to the center of the galaxy, and the galaxy itself is just one of billions, all moving through the vastness, all held together by gravity's patient hand. It is easy to forget how extraordinary this is. You walk, you breathe, you sleep, all without thinking of the force that makes it possible. But gravity is always there, shaping your world, guiding your steps, keeping you safe. It is the reason apples fall from trees, the reason rivers flow downhill, the reason you can look up at the night sky and know that the stars will not drift away. Gravity is not a force you can see or touch. It does not make a sound, does not leave a mark. Yet it is everywhere, in everything, a silent architect building the universe from the inside out. It is the thread that weaves together the fabric of space and time, the gentle hand that sculpts the shapes of galaxies, the quiet power that gives birth to stars, and, in time, to black holes. As you lie here, let yourself feel the pull of gravity, not as a weight, but as a comfort. It is the reason you are here, the reason the world is here, the reason there is anything at all. Without gravity, there would be no stars, no planets, no life. The universe would be a cold, empty place, scattered and silent. But gravity gathers, gravity holds, gravity creates. Think of a child's hand reaching out to hold another's. That is gravity, too, a longing for connection, a desire to be close, to belong. Every atom in your body is drawn to every other atom, every star to every other star. The universe is a web of relationships, a tapestry of attraction, a story of things coming together. Gravity is not always strong. In fact, it is the weakest of the fundamental forces, so gentle that you can lift a paperclip with a small magnet, overcoming the pull of the entire Earth. But what gravity lacks in strength, it makes up for in persistence. It never lets go, never gives up, never stops reaching out. Over time, over distance, gravity wins. It is this persistence that gives rise to black holes. When a star collapses, gravity does not hesitate. It gathers the remnants, pulls them inward, compresses them, until there is nowhere left to go. The result is a black hole, a place where gravity's embrace becomes absolute, where nothing can escape, not even light. But gravity's story is not just about endings. It is also about beginnings. It is the force that brings clouds of gas together to form new stars, that shapes the orbits of planets, that guides comets on their long journeys through the solar system. Gravity is the reason galaxies spin, the reason clusters of galaxies form, the reason the universe has structure at all. As you breathe, imagine the slow, steady pull of gravity at work in your own life. It is there in the tides, in the turning of the seasons, in the gentle arc of a falling leaf. It is there in the way you feel drawn to certain places, certain people, certain dreams. Gravity is a metaphor for longing, for connection, for the quiet power of belonging, The story of gravity is the story of the universe learning to hold itself together. It is the story of atoms and stars, of galaxies and black holes, of you and everything you love. In the gentle embrace of gravity, there is safety, there is comfort, there is the promise of home. Let your thoughts drift to the apple that fell from a tree and inspired Isaac Newton to wonder why. That simple question, why do things fall, opened the door to a new understanding of the universe. Newton saw that the same force that pulled the apple to the ground also kept the moon in its orbit, also guided the planets around the sun. Gravity was not just a force on Earth. It was a force everywhere, a universal law. Later, Albert Einstein would see even deeper. He imagined space and time as a fabric, and gravity as the bending of that fabric by mass and energy. A planet, a star, a black hole, all of them curve the space around them, and objects move along those curves. Gravity is not a force pulling at a distance, but the shape of space itself, guiding everything along its gentle paths. This idea of space as something that can bend and stretch, of gravity as the shape of the universe, changed everything. It allowed us to imagine black holes, to understand how they could exist, to see them not as monsters, but as natural consequences of the universe's own rules. As you rest, let these ideas settle in your mind. Gravity is not just a force. It is a story, a song, a dance. It is the reason the stars shine, the reason the planets move, the reason you are here. In the gentle embrace of gravity, you are part of something vast and beautiful. The universe is not a cold, empty place. It is a place of connection, of attraction, of belonging. Gravity is the thread that ties everything together, the gentle hand that holds you close, the quiet promise that you are never truly alone. In the darkness, you can feel the presence of gravity, steady and sure. It is the reason the stars do not drift apart, the reason the galaxies do not scatter, the reason the universe has shape and meaning. Gravity is the silent architect, the patient builder, the gentle guide. Let your breath slow, your thoughts drift. The story of gravity is the story of homecoming, of return, of finding your place in the world. It is the reason you feel the ground beneath you, the reason you can look up at the sky and know that you belong. As you float in this gentle night, you may begin to sense the beauty of gravity's embrace. It is not a prison, but a cradle. It is not a chain, but a connection. In the arms of gravity, you are free to dream, to wonder, to explore the mysteries of the universe. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. Gravity's gentle hand guides you onward, toward the places where space and time begin to blur, where the familiar gives way to the unknown. In the quiet, you can almost hear the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The story of black holes is the story of gravity's triumph, of the gentle force that becomes irresistible, of the quiet power that shapes the cosmos. In the darkness, there is always the promise of discovery, always the invitation to look a little deeper, to listen a little more closely. As you rest, let the idea of gravity become a lullaby, a song of connection and belonging, of attraction and embrace. The universe is vast, but in the gentle arms of gravity, you are always home. In the gentle hush of gravity's embrace, you find yourself drifting ever closer to the heart of the mystery. The universe, so vast and welcoming, now invites you to the threshold of the unknown, a place with the rules you've always trusted. Begin to soften, where the familiar gives way to the extraordinary. Here, at the edge of a black hole, the cosmos draws a line in the fabric of reality. The event horizon dot imagines standing at the shore of a silent, endless sea. The water is dark, its surface smooth as glass, and you can sense the depth beneath. The event horizon is like this shoreline, a boundary between what can be seen and what must remain hidden, a place where the known world ends and the unknown begins. It is not a wall, not a barrier you can touch, but a threshold woven from the very fabric of space and time. As you rest, let your mind wander to this invisible edge. The event horizon is not a place you could ever see with your eyes, yet its presence is undeniable. It is the point where gravity's gentle pull becomes irresistible, where even light, swift and tireless, cannot escape. Once something crosses this line, it is lost to the outside universe, its story continuing in silence, hidden from view. The event horizon is a paradox, both there and not there, both a place and a process. It is the ultimate boundary, the point of no return. Yet from a distance, nothing remarkable seems to happen. A star, a planet, a beam of light, all appear to slow as they approach, their journey stretching out in time, never quite reaching the edge. To an outside observer, the crossing is an endless pause, a moment frozen in the flow of time. But for the traveler, the experience is different. As you imagine yourself drifting closer, you feel the world begin to change. Time itself slows, each heartbeat stretching, each breath becoming a gentle eternity. The universe outside seems to race ahead while you linger at the threshold, caught in the delicate balance between here and there. The event horizon is not a place of violence or fear. It is a place of stillness, of surrender, of letting go. The laws of physics, so steadfast and familiar, begin to blur, to soften, to yield to the deeper logic of the cosmos. Space stretches, time bends, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. In this gentle space, you are not alone. The universe is with you, patient and kind, always inviting you to wonder, to dream, to explore the mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of what you know. The event horizon is a reminder that there are places in the universe where questions outnumber answers, where curiosity is the only map and wonder the only guide. Let your thoughts drift to the light that dances at the edge. Some of it escapes, carrying with it the story of the black hole's birth, the memory of the star that once was. Some of it lingers, circling the horizon, caught in the gravity of the unknown. And some of it is lost, swallowed by the darkness, its journey continuing in silence. The event horizon is a place of transformation. It is the moment when the known becomes the unknown, when the story you thought you understood takes a turn into mystery. It is the place where the universe keeps its secrets, where the rules of reality are rewritten, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. As you rest, let the idea of the event horizon become a gentle invitation. It is not a threat, but a promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but each question is a doorway, each mystery an invitation. The event horizon is not the end of the story, but the beginning of a new chapter. It is the place where the journey inward truly begins, where the familiar gives way to the unknown, where the darkness becomes a place of possibility. Imagine, for a moment, the feeling of crossing this threshold. There is no sudden jolt, no sense of falling. Instead, there is a gentle surrender, a letting go of the world you once knew. The universe becomes quieter, softer, more mysterious. Time slows, space stretches, and you find yourself drifting deeper into the heart of the mystery. The event horizon is a place of paradox, a place where opposites meet. It is both a boundary and a bridge, both an ending and a beginning. It is the place where the universe invites you to let go of certainty, to embrace the unknown, to trust in the gentle logic of the cosmos. As you float in this gentle night, you may begin to sense the beauty of the event horizon. It is not a place of fear, but of wonder. It is the place where the universe reveals its deepest secrets, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where the story of black holes truly begins. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The event horizon is a place of stillness, of surrender, of gentle transformation. In its embrace, you are free to dream, to wonder, to explore the mysteries of the universe. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The event horizon is not a wall, but a window into the unknown, a doorway to new possibilities, a gentle invitation to let go and drift into the heart of the darkness. In the quiet, you could almost hear the universe whispering, inviting you to listen, to wonder, to dream. The event horizon is the place where the story of black holes becomes the story of the cosmos itself, a story of transformation, of mystery, of gentle surrender. As you rest, let the idea of the event horizon become a lullaby, a song of boundaries and bridges, of endings and beginnings, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but in the gentle embrace of the event horizon, you are always home. Beyond the event horizon, the universe becomes a place of gentle strangeness. The familiar rules you have always trusted now soften, like the edges of a dream at dawn. Here, in this quiet space, you are invited to imagine what it might feel like, to cross the threshold, to surrender to gravity's deepest embrace, and to drift into the heart of a black hole. Let yourself float, weightless and unhurried, as if you are a leaf carried on a silent current. The world you know recedes behind you, its colors and sounds fading into a soft, distant memory. Ahead, there is only the unknown, a darkness that is not empty, but full of possibility. The journey inward is not a fall, but a gentle descent, a slow unwinding of time and space. As you pass the event horizon, the universe outside seems to rush forward, while your own experience stretches and slows. Time, which once moved in steady, predictable steps, now flows like honey, thick and golden. Each heartbeat becomes a small eternity, each breath a quiet universe of its own. The world outside grows distant, its voices fading into silence, until all that remains is the gentle rhythm of your own existence. Inside the black hole, space itself is transformed. The familiar directions up and down, left and right, lose their meaning. The pull of gravity is no longer just a force. It is the shape of your world, the path you follow, the story you are living. You are drawn ever inward, not by fear, but by a quiet curiosity, a sense of wonder at what lies ahead. Imagine the feeling of falling, not as a rush or a plunge, but as a slow, graceful drift. There is no wind, no sound, only the soft pressure of gravity guiding you deeper. The darkness is not oppressive. It is gentle, like a warm blanket on a cold night. You are safe here, held by the universe, cradled in the arms of the unknown. As you move inward, The fabric of space stretches and bends. Light, which once traveled in straight lines, now curves and spirals, caught in the gravity of the black hole. Colors shift and fade, becoming softer, more subtle, until the world is painted in shades of midnight and silver. The boundaries between things begin to blur, and you sense that you are part of something vast and interconnected. Time, too, is transformed. For an outside observer, your journey seems to slow, to pause, to linger at the edge of the event horizon. But for you, time flows on, carrying you deeper into the heart of the mystery. The past and future lose their sharp edges, blending into a single, endless moment. You are both traveler and destination, both question and answer, both dreamer and dream. In this gentle space, you may begin to sense the presence of other traveler stars, planets, even light itself, all drawn inward by the same quiet force. Their stories mingle with yours, weaving a tapestry of memory and possibility. The black hole is not a place of isolation, but of connection, a gathering of all that has been and all that might be. Let your thoughts drift to the idea of ball. Spaghettification, a word that sounds playful, almost silly, but describes a real and remarkable process. As you approach the center of the black hole, gravity's pull grows stronger, stretching you gently, like dough in the hands of a patient baker. The difference in gravity between your head and your feet becomes so great that you are drawn out, elongated, transformed. It is a strange and beautiful image, a reminder that even in the heart of darkness, the universe is always creating, always changing, always inviting you to see the world in new ways. The journey inward is not a journey of fear, but of wonder. The black hole is not a monster, but a mystery, a place where the rules of reality are rewritten, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where the story of the universe takes a turn into the unknown. In this gentle darkness, you are free to imagine, to dream, to explore the possibilities that lie beyond the edge of what you know. As you drift deeper, you may begin to sense the presence of the singularity, the heart of the black hole, the place where gravity becomes infinite, where space and time fold in on themselves. It is a place that cannot be seen, cannot be touched, cannot be fully understood. Yet it is there, at the center of the mystery, a silent witness to the unfolding of the cosmos. The singularity is not a place of destruction, but of transformation. It is the point where the known gives way to the unknown, where the story of the black hole becomes the story of the universe itself. In this gentle space, you are invited to let go of certainty, to embrace the mystery, to trust in the quiet logic of the cosmos. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The journey past. The event horizon is not an end, but a beginning of new questions, new possibilities, new ways of seeing the world. The darkness is not empty. It is full of stories, full of wonder, full of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover. As you rest, let the idea of falling into a black hole become a lullaby, a song of gravity and light, of endings and beginnings, of the gentle invitation to explore the mysteries of the universe. The journey inward is not a fall, but a flight into the heart of the unknown, a flight into the gentle embrace of the cosmos. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but in the gentle darkness of the black hole, you are always home. Deeper still, you drift past the event horizon, past the gentle stretching of space and time, into the most secret heart of the black hole. Here, in the quietest center, the universe gathers itself into a single silent point. This is the singularity, the heart of the shadow, where the story of gravity reaches its most mysterious chapter. The word singularity sounds almost like a song, a single note held in the darkness. It is a place where the familiar dissolves, where the rules you have always trusted become soft and uncertain. The singularity is not a place you can visit, not a point you can see or touch. It is a concept, a whisper, a boundary where understanding itself begins to blur. Imagine, for a moment, the world as you know it full of shapes and distances, of before and after, of here and there. Now, let all those boundaries fade. In the singularity, space and time are pressed together, folded into a single infinitely small point. It is as if the universe has taken all its stories, all its memories, all its possibilities, and gathered them into a single silent breath. The singularity is the place where gravity becomes absolute, where its gentle hand becomes a powerful embrace. Here, the pull is so strong that nothing can resist, not light, not matter, not even the fabric of space itself. Everything is drawn inward, gathered into the heart of the shadow, where the known gives way to the unknown God. It is tempting to imagine the singularity as a kind of destination, a place at the end of a long journey. But in truth, it is more like a horizon, a boundary beyond which our understanding cannot yet reach. The laws of physics, so reliable and comforting, begin to break down. The equations that describe the world outside no longer apply. The singularity is a place where questions outnumber answers, where mystery is the only certainty. As you rest in this gentle darkness, let your mind wander to the idea of infinity. The singularity is a place where density becomes infinite, where space and time are compressed beyond measure. It is a concept that stretches the imagination, that invites you to think beyond the limits of what you know. Infinity is not a number, not a place, but a direction, a way of saying that the story goes on, that there is always more to discover. The singularity is also a place of beginnings. Some scientists believe that the universe itself began as a singularity, a point of infinite density and energy, from which everything we know was born. In this way, the heart of the black hole echoes the birth of the cosmos, a reminder that endings and beginnings are often the same thing, seen from different sides. Let your thoughts drift to the idea of time. In the singularity, time itself loses its meaning. There is no before or after, no past or future, only the endless now. It is a place where the story of the universe pauses, where the next chapter waits to be written. The singularity is a reminder that time is not always a straight line, that sometimes it loops and folds, that sometimes it waits in silence. The singularity is not a place of fear, but of wonder. It is the heart of the mystery, the place where the universe keeps its deepest secrets. In the gentle darkness, you are invited to let go of certainty, to embrace the unknown, to trust in the quiet logic of the cosmos. As you rest, imagine the singularity not as a threat, but as a promise. Promise that there is always more to learn, always more to wonder. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but each question is a doorway, each mystery an invitation. The singularity is also a place of connection. Everything that falls into the black hole is gathered here, woven together in the heart of the shadow. The stories of stars and planets, of light and matter, all meet in this single silent point. The singularity is a reminder that the universe is not a collection of separate things, but a web of relationships, a tapestry of connection. Your breath slow, your thoughts subtle. The singularity is a place of stillness, of silence, of gentle transformation. In its embrace, you are free to dream, to wonder, to explore the mysteries of the universe. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The singularity is not an end, but a beginning of new questions, new possibilities, new ways of seeing the world. The darkness is not empty. It is full of stories, full of wonder, full of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover. As you float in this gentle night, you may begin to sense the beauty of the singularity. It is not a place of destruction, but of creation. It is the place where the universe gathers its strength, where new stories are born, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. The singularity is a place of paradox, a place where opposites meet. It is both a point and a process, both an ending and a beginning. It is the place where the universe invites you to let go of certainty, to embrace the unknown, to trust in the gentle logic of the cosmos. In the quiet, you can almost hear the universe whispering, inviting you to listen, to wonder, to dream. The singularity is the place where the story of black holes becomes the story of the cosmos itself, a story of transformation, of mystery, of gentle surrender. As you rest, let the idea of the singularity become a lullaby, a song of boundaries and bridges, of endings and beginnings, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but in the gentle embrace of the singularity, you are always home. From the silent heart of the singularity, your awareness drifts outward, carried on a gentle tide of curiosity. The darkness that once felt so absolute now reveals itself as a canvas painted with the faintest traces of light and motion. The night sky, so familiar and yet so mysterious, becomes a map of hidden stories shaped by the invisible presence of black holes. You lie beneath the stars, the world hushed and still. Above you, the sky stretches wide, a tapestry woven with ancient light. Each star is a memory, a distant sun shining across the gulf of time. Some of these stars are gone, their light still traveling, a message from the past. Others are just being born, their glow a promise of new beginnings. And somewhere, in the spaces between, black holes move in silence, unseen but not unfelt. Black holes do not announce themselves with light. They are the quiet architects of the cosmos, shaping the dance of stars and galaxies with their gravity. Yet their presence can be traced, like the wind that bends the grass or the current that stirs the sea. Astronomers have learned to listen for these whispers, to watch for the subtle signs that a black hole is near. Imagine a star orbiting an invisible partner, its path curving in a graceful ellipse. The star's motion is a clue, a gentle tug that hints at something massive and unseen. Sometimes the star is pulled so close that it sheds its outer layers, feeding the black hole in a slow, luminous spiral. The matter heats up, glowing with X-rays before it disappears, a final flare before the darkness. These X-ray signals are like cosmic fingerprints, evidence of black holes at work. Telescopes tuned to these high energies scan the sky, searching for the telltale flicker of matter falling in. Each detection is a story, a star's final gift, a black hole's silent feast, a moment when the invisible becomes visible. But black holes leave other marks as well. Their gravity bends the path of light, creating strange and beautiful illusions. When a black hole passes in front of a distant star, its gravity acts like a lens, magnifying and distorting the starlight. This phenomenon, called gravitational lensing, is a gentle reminder that even the darkest objects can reveal themselves through the way they shape the world around them. Sometimes, the evidence is even more dramatic. In the heart of distant galaxies, supermassive black holes stir the gas and dust, launching jets of particles at nearly the speed of light. These jets shine across the universe, beacons of energy powered by the quiet hunger of the black hole within. The galaxies themselves swirl and dance, their shapes sculpted by the invisible hand at their center dot. As you rest beneath the stars, you may begin to sense the presence of these hidden giants. They are not monsters, but caretakers shaping the growth of galaxies, stirring the cosmic soup from which new stars are born. Without black holes, the universe would be a quieter, emptier place. Their gravity is a gentle guide, a force that brings order to the chaos of creation. Let your thoughts drift to the first image of a black hole. Ever captured a ring of fire encircling a shadow, a portrait painted with light bent by gravity? This image, made by combining the efforts of telescopes around the world, is a testament to human curiosity and patience. It is a window into the heart of darkness, a glimpse of the event horizon itself. The night sky is full of such windows, full of stories waiting to be discovered. Every star, every flicker, every shadow is a clue, a piece of the puzzle. The universe is not silent. It is always speaking, always inviting you to listen, to wonder, to dream. As you gaze upward, you may begin to feel a sense of connection, a quiet kinship with the stars and the spaces between. The atoms in your body were forged in the hearts of stars, scattered by supernova, gathered by gravity, and shaped by time. You are part of the story, woven into the fabric of the night. Black holes are not just distant curiosities. They are part of your own history, your own being. The same forces that shape the galaxies shape you. The same mysteries that fill the sky fill your heart. In the gentle darkness, you are both observer and participant, both question and answer, both dreamer and dream. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The night sky is a place of comfort, a place of wonder, a place where the universe reveals its secrets in whispers and shadows. Black holes are part of this story, part of the gentle rhythm that guides the cosmos. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The night sky is not just a backdrop, but a living map, a record of creation and transformation, of endings and beginnings, of the quiet power that shapes the world. As you rest, let the idea of black holes in the night sky become a lullaby, song of gravity and light, of silence and revelation, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but in the gentle embrace of the night sky, you are always home. The night sky, with its silent witnesses and hidden giants, invites you to look deeper, not just outward, but inward into the very nature of existence. As you rest beneath the stars, a gentle question begins to form, as soft as a sigh. What if the universe itself is a black hole? What if everything you know, every star and planet, every breath and heartbeat, is held within the embrace of a cosmic shadow? This idea, bold and strange, floats quietly at the edge of scientific thought. It is not a certainty, but a possibility, a way of seeing the universe It blurs the boundaries between inside and outside, between what is known and what is only imagined. Let your mind drift with this question, letting it settle like dew on the grass of your curiosity. Imagine the universe as a vast, expanding bubble, its edges stretching ever outward. The galaxies are scattered within, like seeds in a field, each one moving away from the others as space itself grows. This expansion is gentle, almost imperceptible, but over billions of years, it has carried the galaxies far apart, creating the immense distances you see when you look up at the night sky. Now, picture a black hole, a region where gravity is so strong that nothing can escape, not even light. The edge of this region, the event horizon, marks the boundary between what can be seen and what is forever hidden. Inside, space and time are curved inward. Drawn toward the singularity at the center dot, the question arises, could the universe itself have an event horizon? Could there be a boundary, far beyond the reach of any telescope, that marks the edge of everything we can ever know? Some scientists have wondered if the universe, with its immense mass and energy, might be just such a region, a black hole on a cosmic scale, with us living inside its shadow. This idea is not just a flight of fancy. It is rooted in the mathematics of gravity, in the way mass and energy shape the fabric of space and time. If you add up all the matter and energy in the universe and imagine it compressed into a single region, the numbers begin to suggest a curious possibility. The universe might have just the right properties to be its own kind of black hole. Let your thoughts drift to the edge of the observable universe, the farthest distance from which light has had time to reach us since the beginning of time. This edge is not a wall, not a barrier you could touch, but a horizon defined by the speed of light and the age of the cosmos. Beyond it, there may be more galaxies, more stars, more mysteries, but their light will never reach us. In this way, the universe has its own event horizon, a boundary between what can be known and what must remain forever hidden. Inside this cosmic horizon, everything is connected. The galaxies, the stars, the planets, the atoms in your body all are part of a single unfolding story. The expansion of space carries everything outward, but the horizon always recedes, always stays just out of reach. It is a gentle reminder that the universe is both infinite and finite, both open and closed, both a place of discovery and a place of mystery. If the universe is a black hole, what does that mean for you? It means that you are not just a spectator, but a participant in the grandest of all stories. You are part of a cosmos that is both visible and hidden, both known and unknown. The boundaries between inside and outside, between self and world, begin to blur, like the colors of the sky at dusk. Let your mind wander to the idea of the multiverse, a collection of universes, each with its own laws and stories, each perhaps born from the heart of a black hole in another cosmos. In this vision, black holes are not just endings, but beginnings, gateways to new realities, seeds from which new universes might grow. The universe you know could be just one bubble in a vast cosmic sea, each bubble a story, each story a possibility. The thought is dizzying, but also comforting. It means that the darkness is not empty, but full of potential. It means that every question is an invitation, every mystery a doorway. The universe is not a closed box, but an open field, a place where wonder is always waiting. As you rest, let the idea of the universe as a black hole become a gentle meditation. It is not a threat, but a promise that there is always more to discover, always more to imagine. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but each question is a thread, each answer a tapestry, each moment a chance to see the world anew. The night sky, with its silent witnesses and hidden giants, is a reminder that you are part of something larger, something older, something endlessly unfolding. The boundaries between inside and outside, between self and cosmos, are softer than you think. In the gentle darkness, you are both observer and participant, both question and answer, both dreamer and dream. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The universe is not a place of walls, but of horizons that invite you to look. Beyond, to wonder, to dream. The idea of the universe as a black hole is not an answer, but a question that opens the door to new ways of seeing, new ways of being, new ways of belonging. As you drift, you may begin to sense the gentle pull of connection, the way everything in the universe is linked, the way every story is part of a larger story, the way every moment is part of an endless unfolding. The universe is not a collection of separate things, but a web of relationships, a tapestry of meaning, a song of gravity and light. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The universe is not just a place you live in, but a place that lives in you. Its horizons are your horizons, its questions your questions, its wonder your wonder. In the quiet, you could almost hear the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The idea of the universe as a black hole is a lullaby, a song of boundaries and bridges, of endings and beginnings, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. The idea of the universe as a black hole lingers in your mind, like a gentle echo in a vast, quiet hall. It invites you to look not just at the stars, but at the very stage on which they shine. What is this space that holds the galaxies? What is this time that carries every story forward? In the hush of night, you find yourself drifting into the heart of reality itself, where space and time are not just backdrops, but living threads in the tapestry of existence. Imagine for a moment that space is not empty. It is not a void, not a nothingness, but a fabric soft, flexible, and alive with possibility. Every star, every planet, every atom is a weight upon this fabric, bending it gently, shaping the world around it. This is the vision that Einstein gave us, space and time woven together into a single seamless cloth, curving and stretching in response to mass and energy. You are floating now, not just through space, but through time. Each breath is a step along a path that began long before you were born and will continue long after you are gone. Time is not a river that flows past you, but a road you walk, each moment a stone beneath your feet. The past is the memory of footsteps, the future the promise of new journeys. The present the gentle contact of your foot with the ground. In this fabric, space and time are inseparable. They are not two things, but one space-time, a single word for a single reality. When a planet or a star presses down on this fabric, it creates a well, a gentle dip. Other objects move along the curves of this well, following the shape of space-time itself. This is gravity, not as a force pulling at a distance, but as the natural path through a curved world. Let your thoughts drift to the way light moves through this fabric. Light always travels in straight lines, but in a curved space-time. Those lines become arcs, gentle bends that trace the shape of the universe. When you see the starlight bent around a black hole, you are seeing the fabric of reality itself, shaped by the presence of mass and energy. The black hole is the deepest well in this fabric, a place where the curve becomes so steep that nothing can climb out. The event horizon is the edge of this well, the place where the slope becomes infinite, where the path forward leads only inward. Inside, space and time are twisted together, their meanings blurred, their boundaries softened. But the fabric of reality is not just shaped by black holes. Every object, every person, every thought leaves a mark, however small. The world is a tapestry, and you are one of its threads. Your presence, your choices, your dreams, all are woven into the cloth of space-time. All are part of the story. The universe is telling that as you rest. Let yourself feel the gentle support of this fabric. It holds you, cradles you, connects you to everything else. The ground beneath you, the air around you, the stars above you, all are part of the same cloth. All are joined in a single, endless embrace. The idea of space and time as a fabric is more than a metaphor. It is a way of seeing the world that invites wonder, that encourages you to look for connections, to notice the ways in which everything is linked. The universe is not a collection of separate things, but a web of relationships, a pattern of curves and crossings, a dance of gravity and light. Let your mind wander to the idea of time dilation, the way time itself can stretch and slow in the zenith. Presence of gravity. Near a black hole, time moves more slowly than it does far away. A clock on the surface of a neutron star ticks more slowly than a clock on Earth. Even here, in your own life, time is not absolute. It is shaped by your motion, by your place in the world, by the gentle curves of SPA, CETME. This is not just a curiosity, but a reality you live every day. The GPS satellites that guide you home must account for the difference in time between their orbits and the surface of the Earth. The fabric of reality is not just a stage for the universe. It is the universe, alive and responsive, always changing, always inviting you to notice its beauty. As you breathe, imagine the fabric of space-time, stretching out around you, soft and infinite. You are not separate from it, but part of it, a ripple in the cloth, a note in the song. The universe is not something you observe from the outside, but something you participate in, something you help to shape with every thought, every action, every dream. The black hole, with its deep well and hidden heart, is a reminder of the power and mystery of this fabric. It is a place where the curves become so steep that the ordinary rules no longer apply, where the story of space and time takes a turn into the unknown. But even here, in the heart of darkness, the fabric holds, the pattern continues, the story goes on. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The fabric of reality is strong and gentle, flexible and enduring. It holds the galaxies, the stars, the planets, and you. It is the ground beneath your feet, the sky above your head, the quiet between your thoughts. As you rest, let the idea of space and time as a fabric become a gentle meditation. It is not a threat, but a comfort, a reminder that you are part of something vast and beautiful, something that connects you to everything else, something that holds you in its gentle embrace. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The fabric of reality is not just a backdrop, but a living presence, a gentle support, a quiet promise that you are never alone. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The idea of space, time, and the fabric of reality is a lullaby, a song of connection and belonging, of curves and crossings, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. The fabric of reality, with its gentle curves and hidden folds, invites you to imagine what might lie just beyond the reach of your senses. As you rest in the quiet, you may begin to sense that the universe is not a single, unbroken expanse, but a tapestry woven with secret doors and hidden passages. The idea of parallel universes, of cosmic gateways, drifts through your thoughts like a soft breeze, stirring the imagination and opening new vistas of wonder. Picture the universe as a great quilt, each patch a world unto itself, stitched together by the threads of possibility. Some patches are bright and familiar, others dark and mysterious, and still others shimmer with colors you have never seen. The quilt stretches on, farther than you can imagine, each patch a story, each story a universe dot in the gentle hush. Of night, you may wonder, are there other universes, just beyond the edge of what you know? Could there be worlds where the stars are different, where the laws of nature take new forms, where life unfolds in ways you cannot yet dream? The thought is both dizzying and comforting, a reminder that the cosmos is always larger than your questions, always more generous than your answers. Some scientists believe that black holes themselves may be gateways, portals to other universes, other realities, other stories. When matter falls into a black hole, it disappears from view, its fate hidden behind the event horizon. But what if that matter is not lost, but simply moved, carried through a cosmic doorway to a new beginning? In this vision, every black hole is a seed, every singularity a point of creation, every ending a hidden birth. Let your mind drift to the idea of the multiverse, a vast collection of universes, each with its own laws, its own history, its own possibilities. In some, the stars burn brighter. In others, gravity is gentler, or time flows in curious loops. Some universes may be empty, silent, waiting for a story to begin. Others may be teeming with life, with dreams, with questions as gentle and persistent as your own. The multiverse is not just a scientific idea, but a poetic one. It is a way of saying that the universe is not limited by your imagination, that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. It is a gentle invitation to let go of certainty, to embrace the unknown, to trust in the endless creativity of the cosmos. As you rest, imagine a cosmic gateway, a bridge between worlds, a passage through the fabric of reality. It may be a black hole, its event horizon a shimmering threshold, or it may be something subtler, a fold in space-time, a ripple. In the quiet, a moment when the boundaries between here and there grow thin. The gateway is not a place of fear, but of possibility, a gentle reminder that every ending is also a beginning, that every journey leads to new horizons. Let your thoughts wander to the idea of quantum, worlds, tiny universes branching off with every choice, every possibility, every flicker of chance. In this vision, reality is not a single path, but a tree with infinite branches, each one a story, each story a world. You are not just a traveler, but a creator, shaping the universe with every breath, every dream, every hope. The idea of parallel universes is not meant to confuse, but to comfort. It is a way of saying that you are never truly alone, that every possibility is cherished, that every story is told. The universe is not a closed book, but an endless library, each page a new adventure, each chapter a new beginning. As you breathe, let the idea of cosmic gateways become a gentle meditation. They are not doors to escape through, but invitations to explore, to imagine, to dream. The universe is vast, and its mysteries are many, but each question is a key, each wonder a doorway, each moment a chance to see the world anew. The fabric of reality, with its gentle curves and hidden folds, is always inviting you to look deeper, to listen more closely, to trust in the quiet logic of the cosmos. The journey is not about finding all the answers, but about learning to rest in the questions, to find comfort in the unknown, to let wonder be your guide. As you drift, you may begin to sense the gentle pull of connection, the way every universe, every world, every story is linked by the threads of possibility. The multiverse is not a collection of separate things, but a web of relationships, a tapestry of meaning, a song of gravity and light. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The universe is not just a place you live in, but a place that lives in you. Its gateways are your gateways, its questions your questions, its wonder your wonder. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The idea of parallel universes and cosmic gateways is a lullaby, a song of connection and belonging, of endings and beginnings, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. In the gentle hush that follows thoughts of parallel worlds and cosmic gateways, a new question arises, one that glimmers quietly at the edge of understanding. It is a question about memory, about the stories the universe tells, and about what happens to the details of every journey, every moment, every life. As you rest in this soft space, you are invited to wonder. When something falls into a black hole, is its story truly lost, or does the universe find a way to remember? This is the heart of the information paradox, a puzzle that has whispered through the halls of science for decades. It is a question that feels both simple and profound. If a black hole swallows a star, a planet, or even a single atom, what becomes of the information that described it? Is it erased from the cosmic ledger, or does it linger, hidden in the darkness, waiting to be found? Imagine for a moment the universe as a great library, every event a page, every life a story, every atom a word. In this library, nothing is ever truly lost. Every detail is recorded, every memory preserved. But a black hole seems to challenge this gentle order. When something crosses the event horizon, it vanishes from view, its story cut short, its details swallowed by the shadow. For a long time, it seemed that black holes were cosmic erasers, wiping away the information of everything they consumed. This idea troubled many, for it seemed to break the quiet promise of physics, that information, like energy, can never be destroyed, only transformed. The universe, it was thought, should always remember, even if the details are scattered and hidden. Let your thoughts drift to the surface of a black hole, the event horizon. Some scientists began to wonder if the information might be stored there, encoded in the gentle ripples and patterns of the horizon itself. Like a message written in invisible ink, the details of everything that falls in might be preserved, waiting to be revealed in some future moment. Others imagined that the information could escape, carried away by the faint glow of Hawking radiation, the slow, patient evaporation of the black hole over eons. In this vision, the black hole is not a final end, but a long, slow transformation, a process in which the universe gently returns what was taken, one particle at a time. The information paradox is not just a technical puzzle. It is a meditation on memory, on loss, on the ways the universe keeps its secrets. It invites you to wonder about your own stories, your own memories, the details of your life that seem to vanish but are never truly gone. Every moment, every thought, every dream leaves a trace, woven into the fabric of reality, carried forward in ways you may never see. As you rest, let the paradox become a gentle companion. It is not a problem to be solved, but a question to be. lived a reminder that the universe is always more mysterious, more generous, more surprising than you can imagine. The information paradox is a doorway, an invitation to look deeper, to listen more closely, to trust in the quiet persistence of memory. Imagine the black hole not as a place of loss, but as a place of transformation. The details of what falls in are not erased, but changed, woven into new patterns, new stories, new possibilities. The universe is a master of recycling, of turning endings into beginnings, of finding new ways to remember. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The information paradox is a lullaby, a song of memory and forgetting, of loss and return, of the gentle promise that nothing is ever truly lost, only changed. The universe is a library, and you are both a reader and a story, both a question and an answer, both a memory and a dream. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The information paradox is not a wall, but a window into the ways the universe keeps its secrets, the ways it remembers, the ways it transforms. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The idea of lost and found information is a gentle reminder that you are part of a story that is always being written, always being remembered, always being transformed. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. In the gentle hush that follows questions of memory and the universe's secret ways of keeping stories, you find yourself drifting into the river of time. Time, so familiar and yet so mysterious, flows through every moment of your life, carrying you from one breath to the next, from one dream to another. But near a black hole, time itself becomes a wonder, a river that bends, slows, and sometimes nearly stops. Let your mind wander to the feeling of time in your own life. Some days it rushes past like a mountain stream, swift and unstoppable. Other nights it pools and lingers, each moment stretching out, soft and slow. Time is not always steady. It is shaped by your experiences, your emotions, your place in the world. And in the presence of a black hole, time is shaped by gravity itself. Imagine standing on the edge of a black hole, looking out at the universe. To you, time feels normal. Your heart beats, your thoughts drift, your breath rises and falls. But to someone watching from far away, your movements would seem to slow, your actions drawn out, as if you were moving through honey. The closer you are to the event horizon, the slower time moves for you, compared to the world outside. This gentle stretching of time is called time dilation, and it is one of the most beautiful consequences of Einstein's vision of gravity. Gravity does not just pull on matter. It bends the very fabric of time. The stronger the gravity, the slower time flows. Near a black hole, where gravity is at its most powerful, time can slow to a near standstill. Let your thoughts drift to the idea of falling into a black hole. As you cross the event horizon, time for you continues as always, one moment following another, each heartbeat a gentle step forward. But to an outside observer, you seem to freeze at the edge, your image lingering, fading, never quite disappearing. The story of your journey is stretched out, written in slow motion across the sky. Inside the black hole, time and space trade places. The path forward is not just through space, but through time itself. The singularity at the center is not just a place, but a moment of future that everything inside is drawn toward, inescapable and silent. The flow of time becomes a current, carrying you inward, deeper into the heart of the mystery. This transformation of time is not just a curiosity of physics. It is a gentle metaphor for change, for the way every ending is also a beginning, for the way every moment is both a farewell and a greeting. Time, like a river, carries you forward, sometimes swiftly, sometimes slowly, always onward. As you rest, let the idea of time's flow become a gentle meditation. The universe is not in a hurry. Stars are born, leave, and die over billions of years. Galaxies swirl and dance, their stories unfolding in slow, graceful arcs. Even black holes, which seem so final, are patient, their lives measured in eons. Their transformations unfolding in the quiet of deep time. The flow of time near a black hole is a reminder that the universe is full of surprises, full of places where the ordinary rules are gently set aside. It is a place where you are invited to let go of urgency, to rest in the slow unfolding of the cosmos, to trust in the gentle rhythm of creation and change. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. Time is not your enemy, but your companion, a gentle guide, a patient teacher, a quiet friend. The moments of your life, like the moments of the universe, are precious not because they last forever, but because they flow, because they change, because they are always becoming something new. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The flow of time, shaped by gravity, shaped by wonder, carries you onward, always onward, into the gentle embrace of the unknown. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The idea of time, stretched and softened by black holes, is a lullaby, a song of patience and change, of endings and beginnings, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. Time, gently stretched and folded by the gravity of black holes, carries you onward, always onward, toward the edge of what can be known. Here, in the quiet after so many questions, you find yourself at a threshold, the place where science meets mystery, where the light of understanding glows softly against the vastness of the unknown. The universe is a patient teacher, offering its lessons in the language of stars and shadows, of gravity and light. Science is the lantern you carry, its glow illuminating the path ahead, revealing patterns in the darkness, shapes in the mist. With each discovery, the circle of light grows wider, and yet, beyond its edge, the night remains deep, inviting, full of secrets. Let your thoughts drift to the earliest astronomers, watching the sky with nothing but their eyes and their wonder. They mapped the stars, traced the paths of planets, and told stories to explain what they saw. Their science was woven with myth, their curiosity with awe. Even now, with telescopes that reach across the universe and equations that describe the dance of galaxies, the spirit of wonder remains. Science is a journey, not a destination. Each answer leads to new questions. Each discovery opens new doors. The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is still to know. The edge of understanding is not a wall, but a horizon, a place where the known and the unknown meet, where curiosity is both compass and companion. Black holes, with their silent hearts and hidden stories, are perfect symbols of this meeting place. They are both understood and mysterious, both explained and elusive. You can describe their gravity, predict their effects, even capture their shadows in images made of light. And yet, at their core, they remain unknowable, a singularity where the laws of physics break down, a place where questions outnumber answers. As you rest, let the edge of understanding become a gentle invitation. It is not a place of frustration, but of possibility, a reminder that the universe is always larger than your questions, always more generous than your answers. The unknown is not an enemy, but a friend, to space where wonder can grow, where imagination can wander, where new stories can begin. Let your mind wander to the great mysteries that remain. What happens inside a black hole? Is information truly lost, or does the universe find a way to remember? Are there other universes, other realities, other stories waiting to be told? These questions are not failures of science, but its greatest gifts reminders that the journey is never finished, that the adventure is always beginning. The edge of understanding is also a place of humility. It is a gentle reminder that you are part of something vast and ancient, something that existed long before you were born and will continue long after you are gone. Your questions are precious, your curiosity a treasure, but the universe is not obliged to answer. It offers its secrets slowly, patiently, inviting you to listen, to wonder, to dream. Science and mystery are not opposites, but partners. Science is the art of asking questions, of seeking patterns, of building bridges across the unknown. Mystery is the space between the bridges, the silence between the notes, the darkness that makes the stars shine brighter. Together, they create a world that is both knowable and wondrous, both familiar and strange. As you breathe, let the edge of understanding become a place of rest. You do not need to know everything, to solve every puzzle, to answer every question. It is enough to be curious, to be open, to be willing to wonder. The universe is not a problem to be solved, but a story to be lived, a story in which you are both reader and writer, both question and answer, both explorer and home. The journey continues deeper into the heart of the mystery. The edge of understanding is not an end, but a beginning, a place where science and wonder walk hand in hand, where every answer is a doorway, every mystery an invitation. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The meeting of science and mystery is a lullaby, a song of questions and answers, of light and shadow, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. At the edge of understanding, where science and mystery meet, the mind finds fertile ground for stories. Here, in the gentle twilight between what is known and what is dreamed, black holes become more than equations and observations. They become symbols, metaphors, and the seeds of myth. The universe, so vast and silent, has always inspired the imagination, and black holes, with their hidden hearts and silent power, are among its most evocative mysteries. Long before the language of physics, people looked up at the night sky and saw not just stars, but stories. The darkness between the stars was a canvas for the imagination, a place where gods and monsters, heroes and spirits, moved unseen. The unknown was not empty, but alive with possibility. In every culture, the sky became a mirror for human hopes and fears, a stage for the dramas of creation and destruction, of loss and return. Black holes, though only recently named, have always existed in the realm of myth. They are the dark places in the world's stories, the underworlds, the shadowy realms, the places where things disappear and are transformed. In ancient tales, there are gates to other worlds, whirlpools that swallow, ships, caves that lead to the heart of the earth. These are the mythic echoes of the event horizon, the singularity, the journey into the unknown. Let your thoughts drift to the stories of descent and return Orpheus in the underworld, Inanna passing through the gates of darkness, the sun sinking each night and rising again at dawn. These are stories of crossing thresholds, of facing the unknown, of finding light in the heart of darkness. The black hole, in this sense, is not just a cosmic object, but a symbol of transformation, of the journey every soul must take. Imagination gives black holes many faces. In some stories, they are monsters, devouring everything in their path. In others, they are gateways, leading to new worlds, new lives, new possibilities. Sometimes they are prisons, sometimes they are wombs. Always, they are places of change, of endings and beginnings, of the mystery that lies at the heart of things. Science, too, is shaped by imagination. The first ideas of black holes were born not just from observation, but from thought experiments, from the willingness to ask, what if, and to follow the question wherever it led. The language of science is full of poetry, event horizon, singularity, spaghettification, each word, a bridge between the known and the unknown, each concept, a story waiting to be told. As you rest, let the myths and metaphors of black holes become a gentle meditation. They are not just curiosities, but companions, reminders that the universe is not just a place of facts, but a place of meaning, a place where every question is also a story, every answer a new beginning. The darkness is not empty. It is full of dreams, full of the quiet power of imagination. Let your mind wander to the art inspired by black holes, the paintings, the music, the poems, the films. Each is an attempt to capture the unseeable, to give shape to the invisible, to make sense of the mystery. In these creations, black holes become symbols of longing, of loss, of the search for understanding. They are the places where the heart meets the cosmos, where the personal and the universal become one. The journey into a black hole is, in many ways, the journey of every human life. It is the journey into the unknown, the willingness to face darkness, to let go of certainty, to trust in the possibility of transformation. It is the story of descent and return, of loss and renewal, of finding light in the heart of shadow. As you breathe, let the myths and stories of black holes become a gentle comfort. They are reminders that you are not alone in your wonder, not alone in your questions, not alone in your dreams. Across time and culture, people have looked into the darkness and found meaning, found beauty, found hope. The journey continues deeper into the heart of the mystery. The myths and metaphors of black holes are not just stories of the past, but living companions, always ready to guide you, to inspire you, to remind you that the universe is a place of endless possibility. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The imagination, like gravity, draws you inward, toward the heart of things, toward the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. In the gentle afterglow of myth and imagination, you find yourself listening, not just with your ears, but with your whole being. The universe, so often thought of as a place of dazzling sights, is also a place of profound silence. Black holes, with their hidden hearts and invisible boundaries, are the quietest of all. Yet, in their silence, they speak. In their darkness, they sing a song that can only be heard by those who know how to listen. Close your eyes and let the world grow quiet. A hum of daily life fades, replaced by a deeper stillness. In this silence, you become aware of the subtle music of existence, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the soft beating of your heart, the distant echo of your thoughts. The universe, too, has its own music, its own language of silence and sound. Black holes are the ultimate keepers of silence. They swallow light, absorb sound, and hide their secrets behind a veil of darkness. Yet, their presence is not absence. It is a fullness, a richness, a depth that invites you to listen more closely, to tune your senses to the quiet frequencies of the cosmos. Astronomers have learned to listen to the universe in new ways. They build instruments that can hear the faintest whispers, the gentle hiss of cosmic background radiation, the soft crackle of distant stars, the deep, resonant hum of gravitational waves. These waves, ripples in the fabric of space-time itself, are the music of black holes colliding, merging, and dancing in the dark. Imagine, for a moment, the sound of two black holes spiraling toward each other. Their gravity pulls them closer, faster, until at last they merge in a final, silent embrace. The collision sends out a gravitational wave that travels across the universe, carrying the story of their meeting. When it reaches Earth, it is so faint that it moves the detectors by less than the width of a proton. Yet, in that tiny movement, the universe speaks. The first detection of gravitational waves was like hearing the universe for the first time. It was a new sense, a new way of knowing, a new way of listening to the void. The sound was not a roar, but a brief rising note, the echo of a cosmic event that happened 1 billion years ago. In that moment, the silence of black holes became a song, a message carried across the ages. But the silence of black holes is not just a scientific curiosity. It is a metaphor, a reminder that silence is not emptiness, but presence. In the quiet, you can hear things that are drowned out by noise, the gentle wisdom of your own heart, the soft guidance of your intuition, the subtle connections that bind you to the world. Let your thoughts drift to the idea of the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, a faint whisper of heat and light that fills the universe. It is the oldest sound, the memory of creation itself, still echoing in the silence of space. Black holes, too, are part of this story, shaping the music of the cosmos with their gravity, their silence, their hidden songs. As you rest, let the sound of silence become a gentle meditation. It is not a void, but a vessel of space where new things can be born, where old things can be remembered, where the universe can speak in its own quiet way. The silence of black holes is a lullaby, a song of patience and depth, of waiting and listening, of the gentle promise that there is always more to hear, always more to feel. The journey continues, deeper into the heart of the mystery. The sound of silence is not an end, but a beginning, a place where listening becomes knowing, where quiet becomes wisdom, where the universe reveals its secrets in the spaces between the notes. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The silence of black holes is a gentle invitation to listen, to wonder, to rest in the fullness of the void. The night is long, but it is also full of music. The stars may fade, but their songs remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. In the quiet that follows the song of silence, you begin to sense a gentle rhythm, a pulse that moves through the universe, connecting darkness and light, endings and beginnings. Black holes, so often imagined as the final word in the story of a star, are also part of a larger cycle, a cosmic dance where every ending is a seed for something new. In the hush of the void, the birth of stars and the presence of black holes are woven together, each shaping the other in ways both subtle and profound. Imagine, for a moment, a vast cloud of gas and dust drifting through the galaxy. It is cold and dark, a silent ocean waiting for a spark. Gravity, patient and persistent, begins to gather the cloud, drawing it inward, compressing it until, at last, a star is born. The darkness gives way to light, and a new sun begins to shine, its warmth and energy spreading outward, touching everything around it. But the story does not end there. The life of a star is a journey, a slow unfolding of light and heat, of fusion and transformation. Over millions or billions of years, the star changes, growing older, heavier, more complex. It creates new elements in its core, forging the building blocks of planets, oceans, and life itself. And when its fuel is spent, the star's journey takes a dramatic turn. For the most massive stars, the end comes in a brilliant explosion, an supernova that scatters the star's outer layers across the galaxy. The core, left behind, collapses under its own gravity, becoming a black hole. In this moment, the story of the star becomes the story of the black hole, and the cycle continues. Black holes, though silent and invisible, are not just the end of stars. They are also creators, shaping the galaxy in ways that make new stars possible. Their gravity stirs the gas and dust, compressing clouds, triggering the birth of new suns. In the centers of galaxies, supermassive black holes act as engines, their presence guiding the formation of stars, their energy shaping the spiral arms and glowing cores. Let your thoughts drift to the heart of the Milky Way, where a supermassive black hole sits quietly, its gravity holding the galaxy together. Around it, stars are born and die, their lives woven into the fabric of the galaxy. The black hole is not a destroyer, but a gardener, pruning and shaping, making space for new growth. The relationship between black holes and stars is a gentle reminder that the universe is not a place of simple opposites, but of cycles and connections. Darkness gives birth to light, and light returns to darkness. Every ending is a beginning, every loss a chance for renewal. The atoms in your body were forged in the hearts of stars, scattered by supernova, gathered by gravity, and shaped by time. You are part of this cycle, a child of both light and shadow. As you rest, let the story of stars and black holes become a gentle meditation. It is a story of patience, of transformation, of the quiet power of change. The universe is not in a hurry. Stars are born, live, and die over eons. Black holes form and fade, their lives measured in the slow turning of galaxies. The rhythm is slow, but it is steady, a heartbeat that echoes through the cosmos. The birth of stars from the ashes of old ones is a promise that nothing is ever truly lost, that every ending is a doorway, that the universe is always becoming something new. Black holes, with their silent gravity, are part of this promise, part of the gentle cycle that shapes the world. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The story of black holes and the birth of stars is a lullaby, a song of creation and transformation, of endings and beginnings, of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to wonder. The journey continues, deeper, into the heart of the mystery. The cycle of stars and black holes is not just a story of the cosmos, but a story of life, of change, of the quiet beauty that comes from letting go and beginning again. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe, breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The dance of stars and black holes is a gentle invitation to trust in the cycles, to rest in the rhythms, to find comfort in the endless unfolding of creation. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. The gentle rhythm of stars being born from darkness, and darkness giving way to new light, lingers in your mind. In this quiet, you begin to wonder, what if our own universe is not just shaped by black holes, but is itself living in the shadow of one? What if everything you know, every star, every planet, every breath, exists within the embrace of a cosmic mystery, a black hole so vast that it holds all of creation within its silent heart? This question is not just a thought experiment, but a gentle invitation to see the world anew. Imagine for a moment that the universe you call home is the inside of a black hole. The galaxies, the stars, the swirling clouds of gas and dust, all are suspended within a vast, curved space, bounded by an event horizon so distant that it can never be reached. The familiar becomes strange, and the strange becomes familiar, as you begin to sense the possibility that darkness is not just around you, but also within you. Living in the shadow of a black hole, would mean that the boundaries of your world are softer than you think. The edge of the universe is not a wall, but a horizon, a place where light and time stretch and bend, where the story of the cosmos is written in curves and echoes. The event horizon, so often imagined as a point of no return, becomes instead a gentle boundary, a soft edge that holds the universe together. Not in this vision. The universe is not a box, but a bubble, a sphere of space and time, expanding and evolving, its surface forever out of reach. The galaxies drift within, carried by the flow of space itself, their journeys shaped by the gentle pull of gravity. The night sky, with its endless depth, is a window into this vast interior, a reminder that you are part of something larger, something older, something endlessly unfolding. Let your thoughts drift to the way light moves in this world. Every photon, every glimmer, every star's distant glow is a traveler, weaving its way through the curved space inside the black hole. Some light escapes, reaching your eyes as the twinkle of a star or the soft glow of a galaxy. Other light is trapped, circling endlessly, its story hidden in the darkness. The universe is a place of both revelation and concealment, of both clarity and mystery. Living inside a black hole would also mean that time itself is shaped by the shadow, the flow of moments, the rhythm of days and nights, the unfolding of history. All are guided by the gentle curve of space and the patient pull of gravity. Time may move differently here, slower or faster, depending on your place in the cosmic dance. The past and future are not fixed, but woven together in a tapestry of possibility. This vision is not meant to frighten, but to comfort. It is a reminder that the unknown is not always a threat, but often a home, a place where you can rest, where you can wonder, where you can belong. The shadow of the black hole is not a prison, but a cradle, holding the universe in a gentle embrace. As you rest, let the idea of living in the shadow become a gentle meditation. It is a way of seeing the world that invites curiosity, that encourages you to look for connections, to notice the ways in which everything is linked. The universe is not a collection of separate things, but a web of relationships, a pattern of curves and crossings, a dance of gravity and light. Imagine daily life in such a universe. The sun rises and sets, the seasons turn, the stars wheel. Overhead, you go about your days, unaware of the vast shadow that holds you, the gentle boundary that shapes your world. Yet, in quiet moments, you may sense its presence, a feeling of being part of something larger, a sense of wonder that lingers at the edge of thought, the idea of living inside. A black hole is also a metaphor for the human experience. You move through life surrounded by mysteries, guided by questions, shaped by forces you cannot always see. The boundaries of your world are always shifting, always expanding, always inviting you to look beyond, to wonder, to dream. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The shadow is not empty. It is full of stories, full of wonder, full of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover, always more to understand. The universe is a place of endless possibility, a place where every question is a doorway, every mystery an invitation. The journey continues deeper into the heart of the mystery. Living in the shadow is not a limitation, but a gift, a chance to see the world with new eyes, to find beauty in the unknown, to rest in the gentle embrace of the cosmos. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The shadow is not a threat, but a companion, a gentle presence that reminds you of your place in the story, your connection to the stars, your belonging in the vastness. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of something vast and beautiful. In the gentle hush of living within the shadow, you begin to sense the slow turning of cosmic time. The universe, so full of cycles and rhythms, is always changing, always becoming. Even black holes, those silent keepers of secrets, are not eternal. Their story, too, is one of transformation, a journey that stretches far beyond the span of stars and galaxies, into the quiet future of the cosmos. Imagine, for a moment, a black hole sitting quietly in the darkness, its event horizon a soft boundary, its heart a silent mystery. For eons, it holds its secrets, gathering matter and light, shaping the world around it with gentle gravity. But the universe is patient, and time is its most persistent companion. Over unimaginable ages, even the mightiest black holes begin to change. This change comes not with a roar, but with a whisper of faint glow at the edge of darkness, a slow release of energy known as Hawking radiation. Named for the scientist who first imagined it, Hawking radiation is the gentle evaporation of black holes, a process so slow that it takes longer than the age of the universe for even the smallest black holes to fade away. Let your thoughts drift to the edge of the event horizon, where quantum particles flicker in and out of existence. In the strange world of the very small, pairs of particles are born from the fabric of space itself, one falling into the black hole, the other escaping into the universe. This slow trickle of energy is the black hole's final gift, a quiet return of what was once gathered in darkness. Over time, the black hole shrinks, its event horizon growing smaller, its gravity weakening. The process is so gentle, so patient, that it is almost impossible to imagine. Yet, in the fullness of cosmic time, even the largest black holes will eventually evaporate, their secrets released in a final, silent sigh. The future of black holes is a story of endings and beginnings, of loss and renewal. As they fade, the universe itself changes. The galaxies grow quiet, the stars burn out, and the night becomes deeper, softer, more mysterious. Yet, in this quiet, there is a promise that nothing is ever truly lost, that every ending is a doorway, that the universe is always becoming something new. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The evaporation of black holes is not a tragedy, but a transformation, a gentle return of energy to the cosmos, a slow unwinding of the stories gathered in darkness. The universe is a master of recycling, of turning endings into beginnings, of finding new ways to remember. As you rest, imagine the far future of the cosmos, a time when the last black hole has faded, when the universe is filled with the soft glow of ancient light, when the stories of stars and galaxies are carried on the breath of space itself. In this vision, the universe is not empty, but full of memory, full of possibility, full of the gentle promise that there is always more to discover. The journey of black holes, from birth to evaporation, is a reminder that the universe is not static, but alive. It is a place of change, of growth, of endless transformation. The cycles of creation and destruction, of gathering and release, are the heartbeat of the cosmos, the rhythm that guides every star, every planet, every life. Let your mind wander to the idea of what comes after. Some scientists imagine that the information gathered by black holes is not lost, but woven into the fabric of space itself, carried forward in new forms, new patterns, new possibilities. Others dream of new universes, born from the ashes of the old, each one a story waiting to be told. The future of black holes is a gentle invitation to trust in the cycles, to rest in the rhythms, to find comfort in the endless unfolding of creation. The universe is not a place of final endings, but of endless beginnings, of stories that echo and return, of mysteries that deepen with every turn. In the quiet, you can almost feel the universe breathing, steady and calm, holding you close. The fading of black holes is not a loss, but a transformation, a gentle reminder that you are part of something vast and beautiful, something that is always changing, always becoming, always inviting you to wonder. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, the black holes may vanish, but their stories remain, carried on the breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe, you are curious, you are part of the endless story of creation. The gentle story of black holes, of birth and fading, of cycles and transformation, leads you now to a place of deep rest. Here, at the end of this journey, you find yourself not at a final answer, but at a quiet threshold where the unknown stretches out before you like a soft, starlit sea. The universe, with all its mysteries, invites you to pause, to breathe, and to simply be. Embracing the unknown is not about solving every riddle or reaching the end of every path. It is about learning to rest in the questions, to find comfort in the vastness, to let wonder be your companion. The cosmos is not a puzzle to be completed, but a story to be lived, a story in which you are both the listener and the dreamer, both the question and the answer. Let your thoughts drift to the night sky, to the quiet spaces between the stars. Each point of light is a reminder that the universe is full of stories, full of possibilities, full of gentle invitations to wonder. The darkness is not empty. It is alive with the promise of discovery, with the quiet hope that there is always more to see, more to feel, more to understand. In this gentle space, you are invited to let go of urgency, to release the need for certainty, to trust in the slow unfolding of the cosmos. The unknown is not a void, but a cradle, a place where new ideas are born, where curiosity is nourished, where the heart finds peace in the presence of mystery. The journey through black holes, through the fabric of space and time, through the cycles of stars and the silence of the void, has been a journey of wonder. Each chapter, each question, each moment of awe has been a step along a path that leads not to an ending, but to a deeper sense of belonging. You are part of this universe, woven into its story, held in its gentle embrace. Let your breath slow, your thoughts settle. The universe is vast, but you are not lost within it. You are at home, resting in the gentle arms of wonder, surrounded by the quiet beauty of the unknown. The questions that remain are not burdens, but gifts, reminders that you are alive, that you are curious, that you are part of something greater than yourself. As you rest, imagine the universe as a great, silent companion, always present, always patient, always inviting you to listen, to dream, to explore. The stars may fade, the galaxies may drift apart, but the wonder remains, carried in your heart, whispered in the silence, shining in the darkness. The unknown is not a place to fear, but a place to cherish. It is the source of every story, every discovery, every moment of joy. In the gentle presence of the unknown, you are free to imagine, to hope, to love. The universe is not finished. It is always beginning, always becoming, always inviting you to join in the dance. Let the quiet of the night wrap around you like a soft blanket. Let the questions linger, gentle and unhurried. Let the wonder fill you, steady and calm. The journey does not end here. It continues in every breath, in every dream, in every moment of curiosity. In the silence, you can almost feel the universe breathing with you, steady and calm, holding you close. The story of black holes, of stars and shadows, of cycles and change is your story too, a story of wonder, of hope, of gentle belonging. The night is long, but it is also full of light. The stars may fade, but their stories remain, carried on. The breath of the universe, whispered in the silence of the dark. In this gentle space, you are safe. You are curious. You are part of something vast and beautiful. And as you rest, may you carry the peace of cosmic wonder with you, soft as starlight, deep as the night, endless as the universe itself. So now, As the last echoes of our journey settle into the quiet, you find yourself wrapped in the hush of night. The universe, with all its mysteries and marvels, feels a little closer, a little kinder. The questions you carry are not heavy. They are gentle companions, softly glowing in the dark. Let your breath move slowly, like the turning of distant galaxies. Let your thoughts float, light as stardust, across the vastness of your own imagination. There is no need to reach for answers. Now, the universe is patient, and so are you. In this moment, you are held by the gravity of wonder, by the warmth of curiosity, by the silent music of the stars. The darkness is not empty. It is full of possibility, full of peace, full of dreams, waiting to unfold. Rest here, in the gentle embrace of the unknown. Let the night cradle you. Let the quiet soothe you. Let the story of the cosmos become the lullaby that carries you into sleep. You are safe. You are home. And the universe, in all its mystery, is right here with you, soft, silent, and full of wonder. Good night.